There's about 35,000 people pass through here over the course of 6 months. So it's the real hub for the place. There's a lot of cars and people round about here. My name's Ross Watson. I am the operations manager at the RSPB's Abernethy National Reserve. Every month what we do is go around part of the trails and assess them for safety, and it's something that every landowner has to do, in fact. There's a footpath across here. We'll just start over there. The larger part of my job, which happens all year round, is the deer management side of things. At this time of year it gets light at 3:15, so my day starts at 3:15. But in December my day doesn't start until 9 o'clock. And living in a small highland community, and like most people, we tend to have more than one job, so I may be helping other people doing their jobs at weekend, whether it be grass cutting or maintaining a garden or something like that. So time at this time of year with the family is very rare. The village I live in Nethy Bridge, just over 50% of the houses are holiday homes, which is quite a frightening statistic really, when there are so many young families around trying to find houses. On an average rural wage, you're not able to even buy a piece of land to put a house on, never mind actually put a house on it. And it's not healthy for the communities where the likes of both of Garton, the school is becoming smaller and smaller, and they're desperate for new housing. There's people who are willing to put affordable housing or affordable plots up for sale within a forest, but then there are issues with biodiversity. There's a large bird that lives in there called capercaillie that's very heavily protected and also incredibly rare. So do they reduce the habitat and the quality of the experience for tourists to come and see these birds in return for a more vibrant community? And it's a difficult debate that is being had in lots of different villages around the national park. And the vast majority of the larger houses are owned by old people, and they may have lived in the area for a long time, or they may have retired to these areas. And you end up with a community council and organisations like that run by people who have moved into the village quite recently, who maybe don't have the connection with the land or the whole demographic of the village. Throughout the whole year there's a whole series of different work that goes on, and just now we're in the middle of tree planting, and we're planting around 20,000 trees. So over the last 2 months we've had over 500 school children come onto the reserve to help us plant these trees. We're just trying to use these opportunities to get young people out. When I was younger there was a feeling that people wanted to be outside, where there doesn't seem to be the case anymore. And looking at my stepson now, who's 15, the disconnection he has from the environment, despite his stepfather living and working on the ground, and his attraction to electronic devices and how to try and peel him away from that occasionally just to get him outside. I mean, that's quite concerning really. So we're in this path walking down the main trail here, and we're in this fantastically old Caledonian pine forest. We're surrounded by really old Scots pine trees, and then in the background we have Loch Garton, and in the background beyond Loch Garton we have the Cairngorms themselves. On the loch we may see all kinds of wildlife. If we're very lucky, very quiet, we may see an otter early in the morning. We're more likely to see goldeneye, mallard, widgeon, greylag geese perhaps, a few gulls. But scanning the skyline in the background, if you sat here for a few hours you may be lucky enough to spot a golden eagle. From here and above us and around the trees we may hear crested tits, crossbills, and all these kind of specialities that are particular to this woodland. Coming round the big corner through the Drummochter Pass past Dalwhinnie, and the whole of the Cairngorms opens up again. And you think no matter where I've been, no matter what I've done, no matter who I've seen, this has got to be one of the best views I've ever seen. To be able to come back to this every single time is just the most fortunate part of my life, I think.
Get more from the Open University. Check out the links on screen now.